Water is life. In India, it's more than that, it's soul. We call these sacred currents. But look closer. Beneath the ritual flowers and incense, there's a paradox, a synthetic suffocation. We've been trying to clean these rivers for decades with machines, but we are losing. Why? Because you can't scoop out what's already dissolved into the chemistry of the water. Traditional dredging is like trying to fix a poisoned soup by picking out the croutons. It misses the microleaching, the invisible chemical bleed of polymers into the ecosystem. But nature just sent us a recruit from the shadows of the Amazon. Meet Pestalotiopsis microspora. It's not just a fungus, it's a predator. And its favorite prey? Plastic. The alchemy of mycelial digestion. How does a mushroom eat a soda bottle? It's pure biological alchemy. Most plastic stays around for centuries because its carbon bonds are too strong for nature to crack. But this fungus secretes a specific enzyme, polyester polyurethane hydrolase, and converts it into a biomass. The fungus identifies the plastic as a food source, breaks those stubborn carbon chains, and transforms toxic waste into non-toxic fungal biomass. In the lab, it's a miracle. But the real world isn't a petri dish. Our rivers are low oxygen, high pollution, and chaotic. How do we take this from the lab to the Ganga? Engineering the living filter. In 2026, we aren't just dumping mushrooms into the water, we are engineering biological kidneys. These are floating mycelium mats. Think of them as high-tech rafts woven from fungal networks. Their structural anatomy is genius. As the mycelium weaves through the plastic debris, it creates a solid root system that stabilizes the waste while it digests it. 2026 breakthrough. New strains have been adapted to thrive in hypoxic, low-oxygen, urban waters. The grid. These mats act as a porous barrier, catching physical trash while the enzymes scrub the water's chemistry. From toxic sludge to botanical sanctuaries. The results are almost hauntingly beautiful. As the plastic-eating mushrooms neutralize the recalcitrant pollutants, the water chemistry shifts. The pH stabilizes. Oxygen levels climb. Check this out. Once the mycelium finishes its job, it doesn't leave behind a mess. It leaves behind a harvestable, sustainable material that can be used for eco-packaging or fertilizer. We are watching indigenous flora return to banks that were dead zones just years ago. The blueprint for global restoration. This isn't just an Indian solution, it's a global blueprint. From the Citarum to the Mississippi, we are looking at a future where biotechnology heals what the Industrial Revolution broke. But we need your eyes. Citizen science is the heartbeat of this project. By using simple water testing kits and reporting through our app, you help us map where the next living filter needs to be deployed. The sacred and the scientific are finally flowing in the same direction. We aren't just cleaning a river, we are inviting the earth to heal itself. We used to think of the plastic crisis as an immortal monster, but nature just proved it was simply waiting for the right predator. We aren't just cleaning the water, we are rewriting the future of our sacred currents, one fungal spore at a time. The era of toxic sludge is ending. The age of the botanical sanctuary is here. Let's stop fighting the water and start flowing with it. Don't forget to hit subscribe to track our progress from the lab to the great oceans. I'm from BioAaugust, and I'll see you at the next river crossing.